words are not going to come out.
That was the other thing that I heard for ChatGPT.
Those sentences are not going to come out.
I think we talked about this too, where like, or critical thinking, because again, like.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Because.
You're not thinking for yourself no more.
Yeah, you're using ChatGPT to do all your thinking for you.
That's true.
But that's the same thing they said about calculators. They're like, we're just gonna use a machine, do all the calculating for you. You're not gonna be using your own brain.
Well, I guess calculator is the same as like if you derive in calculus, dude. Like, for example, it's just to save you that process, like to derive 2x. You know, you don't have to go through the whole mathematic functions to figure out that the derivative of 2x is just 2, because you know, so, like it's like
so in that sense, like it lowers your actual intelligence, because you're only knowing that I need to press this button, and then this one after I press this one, and I need to press this one after I press these two, and that's it. You don't need to know that this one gives me this, and this one gives me that, and this one gives me that.
So you agree that calculator, it was not a good thing for humanity?
It's both, dude. Like it's gonna give the benefits for sure, but it's also gonna take from you, because now you only need to put your numbers. Let me put cos, and then let me put this, and then that's my answer. You don't do any of the actual other work in between that like helps you and put you in there. Now you only learn a process.
You need to know how to use the calculator too.
Exactly. You're learning the process only. You're just putting inputs. You're not learning why the machine is giving you this information.
Because again, there was like a Facebook post a while ago. It was like PEMDAS. Do you guys remember learning about that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like PEMDAS. Like
that's our engineer.
We're live on YouTube, by the way.
On YouTube.
My YouTube. So
oh, that's cool.
Let me turn this off.
like with PEMDAS, like there's a like the Facebook post was like which one's correct, and they gave you 4 options, and like it was like 4 times 4 plus 2 or some shit, and it the quotation marks or like the parentheses are in different locations, and it's like, oh, which one's the correct answer?
Oh yeah.
And it depends on which way you follow it first. But the trick in that one was that like everyone was arguing in the comments, but it was none of those answers.
I mean, there's a process you have to follow whenever you do those operations.
Yeah, but I'm saying like adding the calculator, adding ChatGPT and everything, you're only inputting this information, and then I press this next button, and it gives me this, and that's it. Like you don't think about the actual processes going on. There's no like work. You're not writing down your work basically. So like I said, in that sense, it gives you all the benefit because it helps out. But then afterwards, like you don't know. It's like working in a factory, dude. You could work in a factory and make this machine work, because I have to press this and I have to put this in here and I have to make sure that this goes here. But you don't know what goes inside. You don't know why this needs this to be pushed in. You don't know why that needs to be like pushed in.
Like they teach, they taught me.
It's 2 different parts of all the teaching, dude. Like one of it is to know the actual theory, why things work for it, and one of it is just practice. So you just know why to press buttons. You don't know why. You just know I press this, and it gives me this. So there's theory and then practice, and so we're only going to be going into practice.
But you could, you could apply that to like working with a computer. Like you're like, I'm just pressing these buttons to do this.
But you're doing it yourself.
But you're still
doing
but
what think about it, dude? Like, if you put 4x4, you know that process, dude. But you're not like working that out yourself, dude. You're not writing 4, 4, 4, 4. I'm telling you, you're just knowing these buttons give me this, and that's it. I don't know the processes.
But isn't that good? You don't think it's good?
Yeah, in both. Yeah, I've been saying in both.
Oh.
It helps you in both, but then it also kind of takes away because now you're only just focusing on that process and you're not actually learning what the things are. Yeah, so it's the theory and then just the practice part.
Because you could say the same thing for ChatGPT, because you could ask it for like a math question. It'll give you the answer, but you could also ask it to break down the steps for you, like
make it easier for you to understand it.
Like you could ask it, like again.
Yeah, exactly. You're asking somebody else to like break it down for you instead of you doing it, breaking it down for yourself.
But like, so there's a program called Khan Academy.
I mean, it's studying. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Khan Academy?
Yeah. It's just tight.
Yeah. So like, they're trying to implement ChatGPT where you because normally with Khan Academy, like they give you worksheets or like they try to teach you things. So with that one, it would be like, hey, ChatGPT would ask you, what do you think the answer is? and if you get it wrong, it'll ask you, okay, like, where do you think you messed up? And then you'll tell it, oh, I think I messed up here. And then it'll tell you, okay, yeah, you messed up there. What do you think you should try? So I feel like it's also a good learning tool because you're able to figure, like it
I mean,
it's like a teacher you
it
didn't
pulls
have.
up, yeah, for sure it pulls up, and I mean, honestly, you have to do some part as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're not just gonna like lay back and like get that information. There's some input you have to do as well. But like I said, like we're just kind of losing the way in that little extra part of it. We're only learning, like you could say like a skill. We just know how to press these buttons because it gives me this. Like I said, it's just that, dude. Like it simplifies that. It takes that away.
Yeah, because I think
Because back in the day, like architectures and all stuff, like they had to learn everything and do everything on their own and everything. And now, like it's just program based.
because I feel like you're right. Like it is good and bad because again, because I remember one of my teachers saying that again, calculators like they're there to simplify everything. Because sometimes you don't have time. Like again, as a job, like an engineering job or something, you don't really have the time to be like, okay, 4 times 4 equals this because of this. Or
Yeah, like
whatever.
instead of being like 4, 4, 4, 4, you know that the machine's gonna do that for you. So then you kick that instead of those 20 seconds, the machine does it in 3.
But
So
again,
it helps you in that. And I mean, like I said, it's good information because you know that that process the buttons are gonna give you this. Like I said, but it takes that little part away.
yeah, I feel like again, you would have to know the basics, how you're explaining it, the 444, to better understand it as a whole later on when you're using.
Yeah, because you could just teach anybody instead like is press these buttons and that's how the processes are, and that's the only way that you teach them how to add. You never teach them like it's this, it's 4 different ways, it's this like you only learn that process. So I'm saying like that, like we're gonna learn that.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn to go to chat first. We're gonna learn to go that first instead of for us.
But I feel like that's how they do it. Like in most of the schools and everything, they teach you the process first, then they teach you how to do it like with whichever tool they're using. Like, so I say like a positive thing. Like honestly,
because even calculus,
and mostly positive than negative.
because again, I've heard calculus helps you do algebra easier.
Yeah.
But again, you have to understand algebra first.
Exactly. It's the same thing. I mean, calculus. The main purpose of calculus is to find the whole area of things that we cannot actually find the area of. For example, the graph. Calculus basically is used to, you cannot know the whole area of the line that is like this. Then what they do is they just divide that area into a million of rectangles. So that's basically the main purpose of calculus.
Coordinates.
Yeah. So yeah, you can use it to algebra as well. So but then you need to learn how to derive first, and then they teach you the whole process. Like it's gonna take you like 10 minutes, but then they teach you, okay, you see your answer, right? So it's the same to whenever you're going to derive something. So a function of x to -1 to infinite. So you already know. You do the function, and then you just replace, you derive, and then you get to the point when you cannot do anymore to it.
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest part of calculus, that you need to know the point when you cannot do anything else. You stop because there's no way for you to keep going. But yeah, so imagine doing that, and then they did it back then. That's what I was saying. They did it in NASA. They went to the moon without this technology we have right now. Well, if it was real,
Asterisk.
I guess, yeah. They went to the moon. They did a lot of stuff. They created the International Space Station with no AI. Well, maybe just the big ass computers that they used to occupy like the whole room, whatever.
I think it's always been AI, which has never been like
not this advanced.
It's
AI been since the 80s.
But it's
been programming.
There's been video calls since like the 70s and all that stuff.
But they were pretty weird. Not as good as we have them now.
But it started, dude. And like the AI is internet. It was just a different form now. Like now it's a more interactive back and forth. Because it's the same thing. Like if you go on Google, you can ask the same question, and what ChatGPT does instead now is what Osvaldo is that instead of you googling and clicking every link and then you reading every argument and then you making like your notes, ChatGPT does that for you and it gives you like a note for you already.
Dude, it's because there's amazing. I was.
So yeah, like that.
No, it's
really
not even
like,
just
really
GPT. Because I saw this thread on Twitter that GPT is just the top of the iceberg, dude. There are AIs helping you to do PowerPoint presentations, to take notes from a meeting. There's an AI that will do that for you.
Yeah.
To do everything. There's AIs to do everything. So yeah, I guess that will reinforce Jose's thought.
Yeah, I see like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have to type or write anything in meetings or classes because it'll record it for me. I'll write notes for me.
But that may change the way we're educating our kids, because then there's no need, or they won't be that. I mean, in the future, they won't have that need to learn basic stuff, because they will have it already. Like really, they will have like a really easy access to that information. The basics.
But it won't be like innate. It's gonna be external, and that's gonna be bad.
That's true. I guess
That's gonna be bad because you have to look for that.
I guess they will figure out a way, like for example, to move knowledge and to just put it on a kid's mind. I feel like that would be like the way they're gonna do it.
I mean, it's good, but Hollywood and the government tells us through the movies. You guys seen WALL-E? That's a lot of automation right there.
I've been feeling like those fat guys like 80% of my life. Yeah. How about you, Osvaldo? Do you think it's a positive thing more than a negative, or
for ChatGPT?
AI in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, kind of like how Jesus said that it's been around. Well, AI is just like a program learning things, and like computers. Even the first computers were like AI-ish. Like those first computers knew that they didn't know, but like they were programmed to continue learning at like a similar pace.
Yeah. I mean, they actually do right now, because they're getting used to your necessities. That's why whenever you buy an iPhone, that's what they say. I don't know. Maybe Jesus knows better in this subject. That if it is slow, it's because the iPhone is trying to get used to your necessities. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
What does that mean?
Yeah, like the phone is getting used to whatever you use it for. So it's processing a lot of information. So it's like processing information to know that the app you use the most is, I don't know, notes. So the phone is adapting to have it ready and make the process of the app like internal.
So it basically
easier.
Keeps it in the background. So whenever you open it, it's already
it learns how to do that.
Open.
The phone is supposed to be learning how to get used to the apps you use the most, whatever you do in the morning. I don't know. I heard it was just Apple, but it may be all the phones. Yeah,
but I don't know if it's supposed to make it can make it a little bit slower, because again, it's opening stuff in the background.
It is working
already.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
It shouldn't fully make it slower, but it can.
And like preloads, maybe.
I guess I don't know the
because
process.
That same thing is happening with cars, with automatic.
With
cars.
Your car?
No, it happens with automatic cars, because so I don't know if you guys know, but automatic cars also have that type of AI.
Oh yeah, it's the computer. They have a shape. They have computer.
Yeah, but like automatic cars learn how you drive, so they're programmed to learn how you drive. So because whenever when you're driving in an automatic, like depending on how hard you step on the accelerator, it depends how fast it's gonna shift. Like if you go all the way to red line, or if it prematurely changes gears.
Right.
So the computer learns how often you go to red line, or if you drive conservatively. So it'll know when to shift gears, basically, based on your driving style.
But I think that it is getting to be too much, though. Like I was listening to a podcast about Apple chips, M1 and M2, And then they were saying that there's no need, like, for anybody
For that one
to
is
buy an
possible.
M2 chip.
No.
Like,
No,
there's no actual need. Like,
there's like i9s, i10s.
no, not even that.
Like, there's no need for that.
No,
kind
not
of
even. It's
deal.
because it is too much. Like, it's too good.
You're
Like,
not
you
gonna
don't need
use-
that.
You're not gonna use like that's what I was telling. Like Jesus, I tell Osvaldo too, like with phone stuff, and
Yeah.
like, they tell me like, oh, it's because it's the refresh rate and the 144.
Why I
and
appreciate
stuff.
the refresh rate.
You
Like,
know,
let me
like
be-
dude, like it's stuff like that. But honestly, like it's like middle school stuff that you have to look at
At that point, yeah.
to get
a little
to be
bit.
like that benefits. You know,
It
like
depends what you're using your computer for. What are you using the hardware for?
yeah, like you have to be in that niche to like know these are gonna work for me. If not, dude, you're just gonna get the phone because it's the new one out and that's it.
Yeah, because the M1
Like,
and the M2.
you're not gonna think about like, oh, this can do this and it can do this and can do this all together. Like that's not
Unless-
the normal consumer.
Well, I guess unless
Normal
you're, yeah.
consumer is like maybe
Yeah.
an Apple pen, maybe like a music Apple pen, and like maybe this. But what the M2 is targeted for is so you can make your own video, so you can
Yeah.
edit your
Not even that.
so you can make this photo as together
So-
and so you can do this.
M1 is good enough to do that, and it's enough, like, for a lot.
But I'm saying that's what they're being advertised for, but only those very specific people, like the ones that the Sony people, the phone, like that's
Mhm.
targeted to a very specific audience, and so that's what that is, dude.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
they're
yeah.
targeted to that, but Apple is just here in the U.S. It's just about style. If you ask,
mean, that's
dude,
true.
If you ask like any group of girls that have an iPhone, ask them
I'm
what
not
is
gonna
this processor.
give my
Ask
opinion on
them
that.
what is this RAM, what is this, or ask any single person. It doesn't have to be just girl. Mostly nobody's
Hey, that was a
gonna
good
ask
save
it.
right there. That was a good save right there.
Mostly nobody's gonna ask. Nobody's gonna know, dude. Cause why? Cause it's not what you're using your phone, dude. I just needed. Let's say back to the processes. I just needed to know that this camera app here opens and lets me take a picture,
And then lets me
and then
send messages.
and then this little bubble one here lets me talk to somebody, and then this one here lets me do this, and that's it. But you don't have to know like, oh, when I open this app, this code starts to happen, and then this encryption happen, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then internet and Wi-Fi. You don't. It's just like this icon lets me
Sure.
watch videos.
Mhm.
This icon lets me send words. This icon lets me do this.
I mean, I appreciate the quality of the screen at least. I mean, that would be like the main thing for me, just the quality of the screen.
Yeah, obviously you want. Yeah, dude, you're gonna
Just for my
dude,
eyes.
you're
for
gonna
my
be
own
paying a lot of
pleasure.
stuff. You're gonna
Yeah.
pay a lot of money. Like, yeah, I would want to have good shit too.
But I honestly don't care about the rest. That's why iPhone, I think, like, it's really good because that's what it is for. Like, honestly, you don't need to know a lot. Just use it for those simple things. It is expensive as shit. Yeah, that's
Sure.
why I don't have the 14 right now.
Verifying everything I just said.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, so I don't know.
Because-
But it is a powerful machine. Yes, the general public doesn't care, it's not even gonna understand. But the reason why it's 1200 because it is a power
Yeah,
machine.
you also
Yeah.
need to have like good mindset on it, knowledge to
Yeah.
utilize it to the most benefits. You know, to the most like capabilities of it. Yeah, you need to have some information and knowledge on that too. You know, but obviously, like I said, like if not, it's just gonna be consumer wise, and no one's gonna care for it. So it's just all like specifics, dude.
Yeah, I guess I will upgrade my phone whenever something big changes. It's not just because they just changed this to be a bubble on the screen. Like,
Yeah, like
that's not enough.
I think we all here like we all kind of keep phones for a while because it works for what we do. You know,
because
like I don't think I never heard Jesus say like, oh, I got this phone this year, and I got this phone this year, and I got this phone this year.
Because I know
You
people.
like
yeah.
you guys neither. Like I don't do any of that stuff.
Because I change phones like every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
But I know people that
I
change them
guess.
every year.
Yeah, as soon as they come
Remember how
out,
long I
you know.
lasted with my iPhone 10?
you have it still, no?
Yeah, it's a work one, but remember how long I lasted before I upgraded?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember dude, like barely like just last year or so.
Yeah.
You know?
I got the 13.
Well, the iPads we have. I've been having that iPad like from since 2019.
Same.
Same.
I don't think maybe if it like completely like breaks in half, I'll buy a new one. Other than
You
that,
got a keyboard, huh?
it keeps that like and it keeps updating, you know. And I'm sure until the last update it happens, that's just most like that I'm gonna be needing.
That's
for
one of the
anyways.
reasons.
I have a
Yeah.
Nexus
You know?
tablet from 2013 that I still use, and it's running latest software from this year.
Yeah, like at some point you're gonna learn more about it, and you can like
Mhm.
you know optimize it and all that stuff, which is cool, which is good. But yeah, like we're not in that. There's two different consumer types, like you said.
I understand, yeah. But yeah, I guess it's mostly because like modas like they have sometimes like
And
that's
I think
the
that's just in
example
the
you
US.
gave.
Because everywhere in the world,
That's
like
true.
an iPhone is
It's not as
wanted.
big as here,
Like
yeah.
it's wanted and nice, but like the people's like, nah, I'd rather get the Android. I'd rather get this one, you know. So it's only here because
They do have iPhones, like the 3-year-old iPhones, maybe like
I mean,
4 years old.
There could be new ones as well, but like I said, they just prefer to have the other ones instead. Because there's also more availability.
But just because of
Like,
money,
here in the
I think it's
US
just because
here-
of money.
But no, it's because there's the availability. Like here in the U.S., we only
I think it's
got
both.
we only got we only got Samsung here, and Google for Androids basically.
And OnePlus.
But OnePlus isn't that much, dude.
No, yeah.
It's like a half brand right now because they're getting like pushed away. Wait, that's getting
No,
pushed to the
but
rest
it's
of the
not
world.
because of the USA. It's because they're getting combined with
Oppo.
Oppo.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like those other brands, there, like rest of the world, like there's more Android brands for sure, and they're ruling.
Mm-hmm.
Like in China, they don't care about the iPhone. In Mexico, the iPhone is like because you got maybe your family member gave you
Yeah, we
some
don't have
money and
iPhones in
stuff.
Colombia. Neither.
You know, so in that place it's like Android. Like that's what takes the market because it's
Mm-hmm.
updatable. You can customize it. You can add more stuff, different softwares and stuff, because it's usable for the person. If you buy something from 2013, you can optimize it for 10 years later.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
buy
but-
an iPhone from 2013, you're maxed out at like 2017 tops. 18 tops. It's about a 4 or 5 year cycle max.
So you guys don't think you guys use your phones to like their full capacity at all?
Oh, I
don't-
do.
I don't use it for shit.
I do.
I use
actually do.
use it for like a child capacity. That's kind of small stuff, dude. I don't
I
use it
do.
for
I'm
any
pretty sure I use
potential.
it too. I do homework on it. I do essays on it. I edit some pictures on it. I watch movies on it like a lot. Like the battery of the phone, I use it a lot. Well, mostly back then when I used to take the train to college, I used it for everything. Like it was basically like my computer. So back then I used to have the OnePlus 7 Pro, and that phone was really good.
Well, because like again, for my phone, I do a lot of ad blocking. So like.
But see, that's one of the things you have to do that because you have an Android.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to do that with an iPhone, bro.
You get
You can
ads
do
to
it.
your iPhone?
I don't, cause I have it like him. I don't.
I do not get ads to my iPhone.
You
At
can
all.
do it.
But
At
he's
all.
running a VPN.
No, I'm not using a VPN.
No, but
Pull up New York Times on your iPhone. Pull up New York Times. You don't get no ads.
Why will I? I mean,
Because it asks you to like sign in right away. And all
yeah, I do not. I use
Okay.
Apple News.
that. No, but that's the thing they're saying. On
'Cause
the
you're already
Android
paying
stuff,
for that.
if
But
you
go
go
to like
if
go
you go-
to Denver Post.
if you go to like different places,
Go to
yeah,
Denver
you go to
Post.
different places when it's like altered and stuff, jailbroken, whatever it could be on the iPhone and stuff. You get to do different things too. Like
It's just the cookies.
Yeah, well, that's what that is though.
So if I
Advertising
cancel
history.
this,
yeah,
I guess just one.
Do you see
and
it on
then when you scroll, like sometimes it gives you like a
Yeah,
a
I'm
picture in
getting
the
a
middle.
Wells Fargo. Yeah.
Yeah,
so you do get
that's
advertising.
No,
the
but
ad,
then
dude.
I
Like,
guess if
ad-
you in that case,
you're saying I don't get videos, that ads.
oh, I do not. I have ad block.
See, like if you don't get videos, like that's one type of ad. But if you get like that middle picture, and there's like different, like no basically loading screens and all that stuff.
Well, I guess I thought you were talking about the phone apps. Like for example, on the Samsung Weather app, you get ads.
No, just the general internet.
Oh, internet. Well, internet is like a whole different thing. But imagine opening your Weather app and getting ads on it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's OEM apps, but you could those same Samsung phones that you're getting ads from, you can still block those ads.
I know.
Without paying it.
Yeah.
I know, and I used to. But why would you do that if you just can't get an iPhone?
Because you can't get an iPhone.
dude,
You
you're
ask that
talking-
yourself.
Dude, you're talking to a South American guy. I had Android for 17 years of my
And so
life.
why didn't you have an iPhone for those 17 years?
I could have an iPhone. Another one, maybe an iPhone 7, say it's 5.
But yeah, exactly. So then why not the new one?
The Android I was getting, it was the same price of those iPhones. I used to have the Moto G2. That was my first
Moto Gs,
smartphone.
those were
Moto
pretty-
G2,
those were
the
pretty
second
good.
one.
Those were pretty good actually.
And I had an iPod, and I jailbreak the iPad.
Mhm.
I had an iPad, like the first one. I jailbreak that shit.
Mhm.
I had the first iPod, like the one that was like a USB. I jailbreak iTunes to get free music on it. I used to
Nice.
download my music from YouTube using MP3 converters.
Be close to the mic. Be close
Good.
to the mic.
So I used to be like that, but now I just pay $1,000 2 years ago, and I don't have to do it anymore. So why would I go through that? Why would I go
Because you
through?
don't have to pay those 2,000 at that time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I guess
That's
so.
why-
Make it clear. Make it clear, because there's two different thought process going. So what are you saying?
I'm saying that there's no need for you to
If they
go
get
through
divided
those
into
processes.
Android.
Well, again, that's because you are.
But he's a home user. He uses everything Apple. That's why he doesn't get advertising. But if you're just on the general internet on iPhone, you will get advertising if you don't have the ad blocks or the VPNs.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess yeah, from
Yes,
the
yeah,
MacBook because
so it separates those two things.
yeah.
If you're not paying for stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, we're in the United States where we generally have more wealth. So again, like you said, you're able to pay to not have those ads.
Yeah.
But in other parts of the world where they're not as wealthy, they would rather not pay to remove those
Well,
ads.
in that case, they will have to learn how to do it because it's not easy.
And
to
that's the path
Mhm,
most
yeah.
people go to, is
Because
learn.
it's cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Well,
and
but in
the
this
cheaper.
country, like, why would you go through that?
Well, yeah, I guess here in the
Here,
United
here
States.
no, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, there you go. That was my. I mean, I come from that, and
Well,
I used
again,
to have
here in
all
the United
those
States,
things.
if you have the money, then okay, then yeah, you can pay for.
Is that? Let me ask you guys. Do you guys buy original games? Xbox 360, PS3 games?
Like hard copies?
No, like original games.
Yeah.
Do you
hard
guys know,
copies.
do you guys know you can chip those consoles and get games like for $2?
Emulators?
No.
You don't have to pay $2 for it.
No.
And you're paying $2 for it. Let me tell you, my friend.
Dude, that's the thing. You guys don't even know what that is about. You know you can ship it and get games like for $1, like the original hard copy of the game.
Where?
How?
I did it with my PS3 and my 360 because I had a 360. That
What
was
do
I
you
was that I was that
Like
amazed that you had
websites?
the
Like online websites?
no. I don't know how they did it, but you used to take it to like for example the flea market. They will do something to it and then you will buy the game for $1. I did it on the PS2. That's why I'm a Sony guy.
dude, like they added like emulator stuff.
No, it's not emulator. They changed something on the console, so you buy the disc. They put the game on the disc. It's not an emulator like the Xbox,
it's
like
still
the
a
original
pirated
Xbox. I remember.
game.
I know what you're saying. The original Xbox has Donkey Kong, a lot of games
They're
from
pirated.
Nintendo. That
But that's the thing.
Oh, that happens all the time. I
It's-
have a whole bunch
it's-
of fucking
they
Will
just-
you
Game
do it?
Boy.
Will you
I
do
have
it
a
here?
whole bunch
No,
of Game Boy.
Will you do it here right now?
But that's just to have a physical copy because all they're doing is grabbing the ISO
Yeah.
of
The ISO, yeah, I used to do that
They're
too.
saying- saving it
emulator
somewhere
and
else.
putting it on a disc.
Will you do it?
To have the physical copy? No.
Will you do it on your Nintendo Switch right now?
What to have like a
To have Mario Kart 9, the next one,
I would
Like,
put the ISO
emulated. What else?
whatever you guys wanna. Yeah,
if emulated, yeah,
no, to get a copy.
but not to get the actual. If
Why
I know
not?
the actual copy is fake, I would not get it
Why
Yeah.
not?
because I can already have it on the system already.
Yeah.
But then you want the copy though.
But why would I want the copy?
Well, that may be the thing then.
Like I get it if they're like original and you want, because so I do buy physical copies, but I do that for aesthetic.
Because I want the box.
Yeah,
I want
I-
the cartridge.
That's why I
Yes.
got the disc version of the PS5
yeah,
too.
I get
so
that. I
it's-
do that for aesthetic reasons, so that way I can have the box, open the box,
Yeah,
or whatever.
I mean, at any time I can buy a game on and have it on like
you
virtual.
smell it whenever you open it.
But the box, I was like, let me get this box.
Well, how about clothes then? Would you buy fake Balenciagas instead of your 700 Balenciagas?
If I wanted a second pair, yeah,
No, the first one.
I feel like it depends. It would depend on the shoe, but
Your favorite soccer team. Will you buy a fake jersey from your favorite soccer team?
no,
Why not?
Depends where I'm gonna wear it.
Oh my fuck.
no.
Yeah, like, if I'm gonna wear it to like go play on the weekends and like be dirty and I care for it, yeah, I'm gonna buy.
But they
I'm
look the
gonna
same.
buy a
They're
$50.
gonna look-
I'm gonna buy a $50 shirt so I can go run and sweat and get it pulled and
But
get it
there's a
dirty.
quality.
You
At
know?
that point, it's about quality.
But they will look the same. You'll pay $20 for it. Like
I mean,
the
it
triple
depends.
A copies.
Like
Like
depends
triple A
what you're gonna
copies.
be wanting to do with it. Like on the clothes wise, like that jersey type, yeah. Like if you're gonna use it like that halfway type, yeah.
But it will look good.
But if you
anyways.
really want it, I guess if you're like really self-conscious about brands and stuff, then maybe you won't buy like a fake stuff.
Because it
But
depends.
if you don't care for any like brand kind of stuff, then who
Because
cares if you buy the fake one or the real one?
yeah,
Honestly, I don't care.
because okay, so
For
like
some.
on the internet again, like you could buy Adidas and fake Adidas. So the fake Adidas are match the quality of real Adidas. Really good.
Dude. On that, I just saw there. There's a like a part of that there is no fakes, because Adidas and Pumas, they're both from Germany and they use the same thing, but Germany itself has like a parent company that does the shoes either way.
Mhm.
So like that brownish gummish, like the clear one, like the honey color, whatever.
Mhm.
That one in the top sole, that one is just like straight manufactured, like standard style from Germany itself. And Adidas bought patent, and then they put the two stripes. Puma bought a patent from there, and they put the like the sideways swoosh on it.
Because they used
But they
the
do
same
it all
company.
themselves. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were together and everything. But Germany has that self-parent company,
Mhm.
which it's just a manufacturer for everybody, and so it's not as popular because it gets sold everywhere. You
Yeah,
can buy
because-
bulk, and that's it, and that's what Adidas and Puma do. But they put their stripes, they put that other dash on, and now it's. I bought this shoe for cents, but because I put the stripes on it and because I put the Puma, now it's $80.
Yeah, because a lot
You
of
know?
a lot of companies use the same warehouses.
Shirts, dude, like shirts, a lot of like wholesale and everything for a
Mhm.
bunch of stuff. Everything, dude, sweater, pants and stuff.
Yeah,
You
so
can
a
buy-
lot of them come from the same place, and so again, sometimes the real will be not that different from the fake.
It's just like an alteration into like a tappy little word.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've seen like fake Adidas, I've seen like fake
Mhm.
Reeboks and Pumas and stuff. And honestly, like, if you just look at it and look at it and look at it, like, why is the I not separated? Because it's a lowercase I. But then you just look at it and it's the three emblems and stuff. You know, it's like there, like it's separated, like oh normal.
Mhm.
But if you just kind of glance at it, if it's together, you're like, Adidas, whatever. You know? So it's just like a
Maybe
really,
there's details right there.
it's a really small like difference. It's just a small little difference
Like
between like
this and
those
then
real ones and like with the fake ones. It's like a small little difference, but kind of always like maybe the same like textures and stuff like that. But that little alteration there was like oh fake.
Yeah, because again, so they come. A lot of the things come from the same warehouse, but
The pattern, the stitch
would be-
pattern.
yeah, or it would also depend on the product itself, because Adidas cheaper products could be shared with like Nike and Puma, but the more expensive products, those are not going to
Well,
be
they're
shared.
purposely made.
Yeah.
I saw that like clothes and stuff that goes to like Ross, Burlington, those type of stores, TJ Maxx,
Mhm.
Marshalls. They're purposely made for those stores.
Yeah, and again, those
They're
would be the
not
general-
they're not like the left outs from like their other like our traditional stores and stuff. They're not like the last things.
Sometimes
they were-
some things
All
are
collections. That's what they say, no, Russ? That they're just all collections and never
Sometimes
sold.
they
They
are.
say,
Sometimes they
but
could be.
mostly
Yeah,
it's like
most things are going to be.
they're made just for them. That's why you see like 7, 10, 20 shirts of the same thing
Mhm.
because they're like specifically made just for those stores. But
Yes.
you see that brand here and at another store, so then you're like, oh, good, I'll take
Yeah,
this
because
deal. Comparable
most-
value, I'll take that deal.
Yeah, because most of the time, yeah, that's what it is. But I have found some stuff that are like exclusive.
Some real good shit. Yeah,
yeah,
same.
like
Yeah, same.
exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
again, it's like the one
I
of
bought some
one of
good,
one.
good ass pants, dude. Banana Republic.
Mhm.
Fucking brand's so expensive for no reason.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, all of their clothes brands are expensive for no reason, honestly. Just because the brand itself, I guess.
Yeah. That final. The
Just
final
because the
stitching,
logo you're getting,
the
yeah.
That final one.
Like those shoes you have from Balenciaga, I do not think those shoes are beautiful or whatever. Like
I like the aesthetic of them.
They are very.
Right?
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
like the futuristic of them.
They are like very set apart.
it's like
from anything.
laceless cleats. I don't like those neither.
I like laceless cleats.
I
The
wouldn't
ones
like
have
one, but they were like really old ones. Unos Lotto,
Oh
yeah.
Los Lotto. Those were the only ones that.
I went to the outlet. That's where I bought this hat, the Castro outlets,
Uh-huh.
and I saw laceless Adidas. the Ed's version, the
Oh,
Ed's
yeah.
speed version, whatever
Mhm.
they're called.
What color were they?
It's that, huh?
What color?
White.
White. Oh yeah, those are the newest.
White, and then they were like for an $80, so 50%, $40. And I was thinking
Damn,
about
that's
it.
not bad.
And I'm like, God damn,
Dude,
like,
that's what we do. Like the shoes I tell you guys that we
Mhm.
sell and stuff.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
those stuff, dude. Like it's really good shoes, new
Yeah.
shoes.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure the shoes are really good.
We
Yeah,
take
for
away
sure.
we take away the trouble of you going to the store. That's all we do.
And then mark
But
up the price.
But no, dude, like it's the good shoe and like it's the honest like good price of it. But yeah, like the price for it is like what you're gonna spend going and your time and all that stuff. It's reflected in the same
Mhm.
thing. So yeah, obviously, yeah, you could go to the same store and find it, but go to the store and
That's
find
why
it.
I didn't buy them because I want to
Go
buy
that,
some from
like,
you.
Go
yeah.
that day and find it then. You know, the ones you have, the ones that we show you here, good. Leave these here right now and go to the store and find them in the next 30 minutes, you know, and
Yeah.
then buy them there. Like that's what we're helping you do.
Yeah.
you
You're
know?
like Starbucks. You're not selling the coffee. You're selling the experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, dude, we went to the store for you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, you
I
don't
just
gotta
gave you your slang.
You don't gotta do
earlier.
it. Yeah, you don't gotta do extra stuff.
No, but it's not because I saw the Al Rila, the soccer ball too. It was 50%. It was on $15. I started thinking, like, I just bought one from Jose like for $10.
Oh yes.
If I need one, I'll just buy it from him. That's it. I'll just go to his house. Like it's 3 minutes from my house, then just get it.
Yeah.
And same with the shoes.
Like,
That's the
like
same with
the
shoes.
same thing. Instead of Camilo going to the store, then Camilo's gonna be like, "Oh, I'll just go to these guys because they're gonna go to the store anyways."
That's
You know, so
I didn't
that-
buy the ball. I didn't
we
buy
take-
socks
So
because
we
I
take
know.
that
Yeah.
process away, you know, and like it's the same thing. What you were gonna spend over there, you're gonna spend it here with us instead,
Mhm.
closer, you know, less time.
Mhm.
So
I don't know. But then it's because based on the experience, since I forgot my my pair of cleats,
Oh yeah.
I want like a second purchase in case. I
You
don't
don't
know.
want to get a second purchase.
Because I've been forgetting everything everywhere. I mean everywhere. Maybe something in my memory. I don't know. And again, I'm too distracted maybe
yeah,
because what we were talking about first.
we got a lot of stress.
It's not just that. I mean, I'm paying attention to 100 things at the
Yeah.
same time. So sometimes I just forget simple things.
There's a lot.
So I was like, let's go in my car because we have the soccer bag on it. I swear I had it on my car, and then we took my car and it was in Jeanette's. And I didn't even do the
Didn't
effort
check.
of looking back to this back seat. I didn't even do that, dude. I was like, it is on my car.
It's there.
It's there. Let's just go. And then I was like, Amor, can you just look in the back seat if we have the back? And she's like, no, we don't. I was like, what? It's because the week before we took Jeanette's car.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude, how come I wasn't even capable of fucking just turning it around and then, okay, it's right there. That's fucking amazing.
It's
I
like
don't know.
that simple mistakes though. Like,
Every day?
maybe
Well, then yeah,
one.
check yourself.
Oh, whatever, guys, I need to go because I haven't ate.
All right, wrap it up. Say bye.
Bye. Hey.
Bye. Adios.
Adios, man. Okay.